Brenda Bruce, Audrey Russell, Clive Morton, and Alexander John in Host Planet Earth.
A serial in 6 parts by Anne Howell and Colin Cooper. A manned rocket has returned from a flight into space. The 2 astronauts are dead, but they have brought back with them deadly leech-like parasites which threaten to overrun the Earth. The invaders exercise a hypnotic power, and only a handful of people who are able to resist it fully realize the danger. Among them are Claire Stewart, a physicist, and David Holland, a reporter. Part 6, The Price of Freedom. Host, Planet Earth.
And here is the latest space news. The arrival of first visitors from outer space has been greeted with scenes of unprecedented enthusiasm in all parts of the world. Among the many messages of welcome is one from the President of the United States. A U.S. Navy helicopter delivered it at noon today at the Stellar Research Establishment, Stowmarket, where the visitors are being entertained by scientists before traveling to London, where they will attend an official reception at the Guildhall. In London today, a small gang of masked men broke into the premises of the Stellar Research Institute at Bloomsbury. Valuable scientific records and data were destroyed by a series of explosions. Units of the London Fire Brigade are still fighting the blaze started by the saboteurs. The director of the Institute, Professor Ormskirk, was not available for comment.
Turn it off.
The London Fire Brigade are still fighting the blaze started by the saboteurs to impose their will upon the huge geography of...
I've been there. I've seen it, I tell you. They're killing people.
We know, Chris.
Crazy. Crazy. The ground is littered with bodies.
They're not all dead, though. Quite a lot are only unconscious. They just collapsed, sort of moaning, and they went quiet. I got out as quick as I could.
It was lucky for Chris you did.
All the others were walking towards Stowmarket. He was the only one walking away. The only one, so I stopped.
David.
Claire, I want you to meet Don Wells. Ex-commando, explosive expert, and chief participant in the recent highly successful demolition job.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
We've just heard about it. It was on the space bulletin.
They didn't say it was highly successful.
You can take it from me it was, thanks to Don.
Tricky job it was. Had to use short fuses. We was lucky to get out in time.
What did they say on the radio?
Something about valuable records and data being destroyed.
It's an understatement. Every drawing, every photograph, and every scrap of paper that could help them to build another rocket is gone. And every piece of equipment damaged beyond hope of repair.
Yeah, you wouldn't recognize the old place.
The professor's life work.
I know. We can't be sentimental. We had to do it. Or there'd be more rockets going out, bringing back these hideous creatures.
Well, there's still the equipment at Stowmarket.
That brings us to our next operation.
Yeah, it sounds a bit of a tall order, that one.
I know, Don. But there's no alternative. Not only the aliens themselves, but the equipment, the whole installation. If we don't, they'll never let us off the hook. They'll hang on to us like...
Say it, man. Like leeches.
Like leeches. They can make their influence felt over hundreds of light years. Well, there's a possibility that we can send spaceships to pick them up. They'll never leave us alone. We've got to destroy that possibility, once and for all.
Once and for all?
Oh, I know. It's only a matter of time before somebody or other finds the secret once again. But we've got to have breathing space. Time to find a way of counteracting this hypnotic force.
How much breathing space?
You said that Professor Ormskirk's the only man alive who has a complete understanding of this theory?
Yes, at present.
Well, okay, it's taken him 40 years to get where he is now.
It's very unlikely, but there could be someone else somewhere, someone who's near a breakthrough.
We mustn't think about that. We've got to take this immediate action. It may only have a short-term effect. It may not have any effect at all, but we've got to go ahead and do it because there's nothing else we can do.
Chris says things are much worse at Stowmarket.
You never saw such a sight.
And yet there's still this crazy enthusiasm.
Yes, that's what got me. All those people unconscious or dead, and the rest of them still cheering and singing as if they hadn't noticed.
They hadn't noticed. That's what mass hypnosis means.
They couldn't hypnotize me.
Oh, David, this is Ian. He gave me a lift from Stowmarket in his truck. Guess that puts him in our group.
Was I glad to see him. I was beginning to think I was the only man left alive who hadn't gone off his nut.
You're very welcome, Ian. We can use a lorry. How's the fuel situation, Claire?
Running low, but we've got enough till we get to Stowmarket.
But you're not coming.
You try and stop me.
I'd rather you didn't come. We may need someone in London.
You'll want all the help that you can get up there.
I reckon we should stick together.
Chris is right.
Well, don't you see? Well, I'd just rather you didn't come, that's all.
Don,
Yeah?
how are you going to destroy the equipment at Stowmarket?
Well, the same way as we did it in Bloomsbury. Plant the HE, set the fuses, and bang.
Have you got enough HE?
There's about 200 pounds of gelignite
You'll
left.
need a lot more than that.
We'll find some when we get there. There's plenty of it around if you know where to look.
It'll take time. You'll have to break into a blasting quarry or an army ordnance depot. Is that what you did last time?
Well, I didn't buy it at a supermarket.
Wait, I've got a better idea. The fuel.
A fuel?
Rocket fuel at Stowmarket. How many million gallons was it, Claire?
About 2 million. It's stored in the form of a gas.
And highly explosive?
Very highly. If that lot goes up, there won't be much left of the base.
How can we get at it?
I don't think you can. It's in sealed underground tanks. You'd have to get through several feet of reinforced concrete before you could set your fuses.
I could do it.
Quickly?
No, that's the trouble. If only we had more time.
There is a way. A certain way, but it's rather dangerous.
Oh, it's going to be that anyway.
Go on, Claire.
We can increase the pressure from the fuel laboratory. Under pressure, the temperature rises. When it reaches a flash point, there's an explosion. It's quite simple, really.
Simple? It's marvellous. Oh, you'll have to take her, Dave.
No. She can tell us how to do it.
Will you stop trying to save my skin?
Claire, it's not that. Well, partly, but... Remember, the force nearly got you once. You seem to be more susceptible.
But I felt nothing since that time, and... Anyway, I don't think anyone else could do it.
Well... Okay, you win.
What about the rocket itself?
No, it's too far away from the base to be destroyed by the explosion. You'll have to deal with it by more conventional methods.
Well, my 200 pounds of jelly?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just up my street. When do we leave, Dave?
Not before dark. It's not safe to show ourselves.
Well, that gives us time to go into the details.
Speaking for myself, what I'd like to go into just at this moment is a nice plateful of bacon and eggs.
Move over, Don.
That's a pleasure.
Claire, for the last time...
Sorry, David. I'm coming.
You sure Don and I can't do it?
I'm not even sure that I can do it, but I stand a better chance than anyone else here.
She's right, you know. She knows. Why are you being so obstructive, Dave? This girl's got brains.
All right. Get in. I know when I'm beaten.
Okay, at the back there?
Yeah, take it away.
Okay, Skipper.
Carry on. Look out for bumps.
It won't be too bad in the back with that mattress and the empty sacks we found in the warehouse.
I wasn't thinking of Peter and Chris. I was worrying about Don's 200 pounds of conventional high explosive.
That'll be safe enough.
Well, just bear it in mind, Ian.
Don't worry. I used to carry eggs to market. Never broke one. This is it, the Stellar Research Establishment.
Listen. What are they shouting?
Sounds like welcome to our friends.
Yeah, well, one thing's for sure, they don't mean us. Will the guards let us in?
It's unlikely.
I have to get in somehow. This is what we're going to do. Claire and I'll get out here. Ian will drive the lorry over to the rocket.
It's over there, look. They've got a floodlight on it.
I'll have to put that out. Don and Chris will help you unload the explosive. Chris will then take Peter to somewhere that's going to be safe from both explosions.
The radar tower, over there.
Anyone in it?
I can't see any lights, so I suppose they're all celebrating, if that's what you can call it.
It's inside the perimeter fence.
Yes, but it's a long way away from the fuel tanks. It ought to be safe. I can't think of anywhere else.
We'll have to risk it.
Well, when can we start on the rocket?
As soon as possible. Don't waste time. Get it done, then make for the radar tower.
They had guards round the rocket.
There aren't any there now.
Yes, there are. I can see them lying around.
Unconscious or dead?
Well, if we've got to drag them clear, that's going to take longer.
We can't leave them there.
No, we'll need help.
Don't bother about me, David. I'll go on alone.
How will you get in?
I'll get past the guards somehow.
Sure you'll be all right.
I think so, if I can get into the fuel lab. I was wondering if Professor Ormskirk was still...
Remember, don't trust anybody. We're on our own. Do what you can, and I'll come along as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we can cut an hole in the wire.
Or drive the lorry through. This old crate weighs 5 tons unladen. She'll go through that wire like a hot knife through butter.
Come soon.
Good luck.
She's got guts, that girl.
Listen to those people trying to get inside, and all the time those creatures are inside trying to get out.
Yeah. I wonder where they are now.
Still in the medical center.
You sure of that?
Peter told me.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Peter knows more about this than all of us put together. He told me about this whole danger right from the beginning. And if it wasn't for him, not one of us here would stand an ice cream's chance in hell. And don't you forget that.
Look, come on, let's get across to the rocket.
She's nearly reached the gate.
Yes, but we've got work
Wait,
to do.
can't you?
Look, Dave, you've got to trust her. And we haven't got much time.
I'm sorry. Start her up, Ian. Let's get going.
Welcome to our friends.
Will you let me in, please? Here's my pass.
You heard what I said. Welcome to our friends.
Don't you recognize me?
I recognize you, Miss Stewart, but things have changed around here. Either you're for them or you're against them. If you're against them, you can't come in. Those are my orders.
Orders? Who gave you those orders? Who gave them to you?
My orders are clear.
Oh, nonsense. Open the gate and let me in.
Why should he let you in? He won't let us in.
That's right, he won't let us in.
I work here. I have a right to go in.
She works there.
Oh, you work there, do you? Welcome to our friends, then.
Welcome to our friends.
Welcome to our friends.
Welcome to our friends, Miss Stewart.
Welcome to our friends.
Welcome to our friends.
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to our friends. Locked. Key. Master key. Behind that door. Oh, welcome. Welcome. My friends. Oh, my friends.
Get away from that door. Did you hear me? Get away from that door. If you don't, I shall be compelled to shoot you. I won't say it a third time.
Professor Ormskirk, Dr. Rathbone, what?
Yes, he was going to let them out. I had to shoot him. Oh, I've been blind, Claire. From the very beginning, Rathbone was on their side, and I didn't see it.
I know, but he couldn't help himself.
No, it wasn't his fault, and it's not your fault either. All the same, you were going to let them out too, weren't you, Claire? You're a dangerous person, my dear.
It's too horrible to think about.
Come over here, Claire. Look through the glass partition in there. Look at it.
I feel sick.
They killed Blakey. Nat Blakey. They've killed the doctor and most of his staff. There were only a few of them then. Now there are thousands. You can see the medical room is full of them. And they're still reproducing. In a short time, this building won't contain them. I don't know what to do. I decided to stay here to keep people away. People like Rathbone and you. It'll be pointless very soon. They're eating their way out. And when they get out, they'll spread over the whole earth. They'll kill every living thing. What they can't hypnotize, they'll overcome through sheer force of numbers. There's no hope for any of us, Claire. No hope.
Sir! Sir!
In here, David.
Get back. I won't hesitate to shoot.
Sir! What is it?
It's all right, David. He's not affected. I was so wrong to think that he could ever...
What's this? I thought you were under this damnable influence.
I was, for a moment. But I can shake it off if I have help. It's all right when David's here.
Huh? Then you better stay until we can find some way of destroying these creatures.
We have a plan.
Seen what you're up against? Take a look.
Good God.
The medical room won't hold them for much longer. If you look closely, you'll see that they're already eating their way through the door.
But it's metal.
That, no doubt, is why it is taking them so long.
When they've got through that, there's only the outer door to stop them.
There's also the danger that some of the crowd will break in and help them. There seems to be no limit to what people will do under this influence. What is your plan?
Part of it's already succeeded. We've destroyed the technical data at Bloomsbury, together with the instruments and other equipment.
Go on, please.
2 men are at this moment preparing to blow up Starfarer. At the same time, Claire and I are going to ignite the rocket fuel, which she tells me is stored in underground tanks.
This your idea, Claire?
David, but I agree.
Yeah.
It'll blow the whole site to pieces, practically.
It will. Let me get this clear, Mr. Holland. You're hoping that when there is no longer any possibility of sending out further rockets, the aliens will withdraw their influence.
Yes. At the same time, of course, we kill all the alien creatures that have already arrived.
I'm sorry, Professor. I know it means your life's
Please,
work.
Claire. Give me credit for a little understanding. Now. I've been a vain and selfish man in many ways. You see what my folly has led to. But now there's no question of preserving the equipment and the data. Everything must be destroyed. Everything. I'll do what I can to help you.
Thank you.
In fact, you better let me carry out the whole operation.
I can manage it.
Can you? I doubt it. You'll have to remain in the fuel lab until the critical temperature has been reached. Then, and only then, can you lock the controls and run for your life. By that time, it may be too late. On the other hand, if you lock the controls and leave too early, the explosion will never take place.
If it's got to be done, I'll do it.
I don't question your determination. What I do question is your technical knowledge. Not really your department, is it, Claire? You've never worked in the fuel lab? What, for instance, is the critical temperature?
Well, anyway, the automatic alarm will come into operation.
My dear girl, the automatic alarm operates before the critical temperature is reached. No, I think you'll have to let me do it.
But...
Not another word. I am still in command, and that is an order, Claire. You and Mr. Holland will stay here until the alarm system goes off, in case any person is deluded enough to try to release these monstrous creatures. Take this pistol, Holland.
Very well. But I'm the one who's going to the fuel lab, and I'm going alone.
I do not care for these heroics.
You must take Claire to the radar tower.
Look! They're breaking through.
Quick! Out the door.
It's not going to hold.
We must get to the fuel lab at once. Follow me.
Got them all clear now. Whew. How's it going?
Won't be long. Here, let's have those pliers, huh?
Are these?
Yeah. Did Dave get through okay?
Yeah. He and the 2 colored boys. They made it to the radar tower. He went off to find the girl.
Oh, worried about her, wasn't he?
Oh, it's her being one of the weaker ones. You know, she can still be got at if the force is powerful enough.
Oh, so could anyone, I reckon. We're just lucky, that's all. Here, hold that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Where'd you learn all this stuff?
Wartime. Commando unit. I was in a Dieppe landing. Ooh, right shambles that was. Makes us look like a Sunday school treat.
Don't you kid yourself. The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Yeah? Well, they said that the last time, didn't they?
Well, you believe in it, don't you? You wouldn't be doing it if you didn't believe in it.
Oh, I suppose not.
Listen to them. Welcome to our friends. Some friends. You ever see one of them old films, Don?
What films?
The Nuremberg rallies and that. Old Hitler and the crowd chanting, Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil. That's what this lot reminds me of. A bunch of sheep.
That's not their fault, is it?
I don't know. Isn't it? Whose fault is it? I'd like to know.
I really know.
Gonna light the fuse?
No. Now, look. I'm using an ordinary number 36 Mills grenade as a detonator.
Yeah.
Now, I pull the pin out. We both run like hell.
Right.
It's only got a 7-second fuse, so I ain't got much time. You ever run 100 yards in 7 seconds?
Not me.
No, well, you will this time. Now, I'll tell you when to start counting. When you've reached 6.5, throw yourself flat on the ground and start praying, right?
Right.
Right, here we go then.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do it?
I don't know, my hands have got numb.
Welcome to our friends. Sieg Heil. Down.
Pull it out, Ian. Pull out the pin.
But I
can't move, I tell you. You want to save the world? Now's your chance, so pull it out. Pull it.
I'll do it, Don. I'll do it. Then we'll run like hell, Don. Like Olympic sprinters.
Don, it's out! I've done it! We've got to run, Don! Come on, come on!
Welcome!
7 seconds, Don! 7 seconds! Come on, get moving! Come on!
David, I hope they got clear.
Don's no fool. Unless... How long now?
Hard to say. I've never done this before.
You don't still feel...
Oh, no. At least I don't think so. If anything should happen, if I collapse, something like that, you'd know enough to go on.
I think so.
You won't have time to drag me clear, you know that.
Listen, nothing's going to happen. You've seen these things. You've seen what they are. Crawling, squirming, slimy creatures. Can destroy a whole world as surely as they can destroy a steel door. They can destroy you, too. But you don't have to let them take possession of your mind. Not if you don't want them to.
It's easy to talk. It happens before you know about it.
It's not going to happen while I'm here.
There goes the alarm.
God, what a noise!
We can't leave yet. If I lock the controls now, we can't be sure of it.
What's doing now?
Nearly there.
You go now, Professor. All right. Critical temperature?
Yeah. That's coming up quick. Yes. Yes. I've locked the controls.
Go on, hurry.
David. Look.
They're broken out.
We're surrounded.
Get back inside, quickly.
We can't stay here.
Don't kill him. What's in them?
Carbon dioxide. David! They're closing in.
Carbon dioxide. You open the nozzle too far. Instead of gas, you get freezing carbon dioxide smell, right?
Yes, but it's so cold that it burns you.
We can blast a path through them. We got a chance.
David! I'm afraid.
Come on!
David! They're closing in behind me! David!
He's going! He's going!
Man, am I glad to see you. The way you cut through those...
Get that door shut. My arm.
Phew.
All right, Claire.
Yes.
You've done it, man. You've done it!
None of them got out. I made sure of that. Where are Ian and Don?
They never came. They was still there.
At the rocket?
I guess so.
Where's the professor?
He's around. Wanted to be on his own. He looked kind of lost.
He must have gone up to the top. I'd better go and look for him.
Peter's still the same.
Still the same.
No change.
David, please come up with me.
But Peter... It's all right. Let's find Ormskirk.
This is the top floor.
There he is.
Professor?
Now, Claire, thank God you got away in time. You did well, both of you. We are all in your debt. The whole world, I think.
I'm sorry it had to come to this. For you.
You did the only thing possible in the circumstances. Your reasoning was very sound. Very logical. Unfortunately, you didn't go quite far enough.
What do you mean?
Open that window, Claire. Thank you. Listen to them. Listen carefully.
They're still chanting.
Welcome to our friends. I believe that is what they're saying, isn't it?
So they're still...
They are still in the grip of the Force. Hundreds of light years away, these creatures are still trying to subjugate our world.
But why? Why? We couldn't bring them here now, even if we wanted to. They must know that.
Unfortunately, it's only too clear to them. It is because there's still hope for them that they're continuing to exert their influence.
I don't understand.
I do.
You are very perceptive, Mr. Holland. May I trouble you for the return of my pistol? Thank you.
No.
You see, Claire, they have made me their ally. When I escaped from the medical center, I thought it was a miracle. It was nothing of the sort. The rocket installations have been destroyed, but the knowledge remains in my brain. Another Starfarer can be built.
But you'd never be persuaded to build it.
Can I be sure of that?
But other scientists are working along the same lines. It's only a matter of time before the knowledge becomes common property.
Time is precisely what I'm hoping to gain. There may be enough time to find an antidote, an effective line of resistance. I can only hope so.
You don't even know whether they'll withdraw the influence.
They are not capable of conscious choice. I attract it as long as I'm alive. So you see, there is only one logical course of action open to me. In any case, my work is finished.
It might work. You can see the reasoning behind it.
We should have stopped
He
here.
made the decision.
Yes, but
Whose side are you on, Claire?
that wasn't fair.
They've stopped chanting. Look. They're turning away. The crowd's breaking up. It's incredible. But I believe it's worked.
David, Claire, glad you could come. No, Chris, Peter's over there.
Doesn't he look fine? And there's Harry Benson, too. It's wonderful to see him looking so well again. I must go and speak to him, David.
Don't be too long.
What will you do? Come over and break it up?
I shall do just that.
Hey, you know, we just had a complaint from the woman next door.
Complaint?
Yeah, she's been complaining about an alien invasion. That's what she calls it.
What did she mean by that?
She just don't appreciate good music, man. I guess that's what she means. Hey, come on inside.
I would like to know why they're blaming me, doctor, so well. One class of people fussing, while the other class cussing, running them out like the big brook.
Host Planet Earth was written by Anne Howell and Colin Cooper and produced by Nestor Payne. Electronic sound and music was created by the BBC Radiophonic Workshop. Brenda Bruce played the part of Claire Stewart, Clive Morton, Professor Ormskirk, and Alexander John, David Holland. Announcer, Rolf Lefevre, Chris Johnson, Tommy Eitel, Ian, Preston Lockwood, Don Wells, Nigel Anthony, Guard, Humphrey Morton, Woman in Crowd, Beth Boyd.